February 2023, and I have the week off due to winter break. And what else is a rail fan to do when he's got the week off but to go watch some trains? That was the case for me. Our first train of this week-long break was 265 coming south. We are at Freyacht Ave in Bainbridge, New York, which is a spot I don't often go to, but today was a special occasion, I guess, as I was feeling the need to get some movement, and I walked the mile or so to get to this crossing. I think it was a good shot of what we got. Take a note of our lead engine here, the 6959. The 6959 will appear regularly through the video. Double stacks and single stacks. Some of the double stacks are dropped off in New York and will head down to Pennsylvania. Bainbridge is also home to Payne's Cranes, and at Freyacht Ave, you can see their equipment operating quite often, as their base camp is close by, as seen in this picture. Unfortunately, the next 2 days would not go our way, as Tuesday and Wednesday would develop no trains during the daytime. But I managed to get some good shots of the town, especially with the gold lighting. We go from the gold and happy sky to the snowy and the wet. Wednesday night, didn't see a train until like 12 a.m. and it was asked 264. However, Thursday would go our way.
Has a clear at 578 South Main now.
However, with a little surprise, it was 30T that was calling out the signals, but 30T would have troubles all throughout the night, especially at Richmondville Hill. So, they needed some help getting over the hill. Coming to 30T's aid throughout the night was the 11R, and the 11R would help them all the way to Binghamton. Henceforth, 11R's power was in the middle of the train, acting like DPUs. However, there was a crew inside the 11R engines. So, they're technically not DPs. They're actually manned helpers in this case. And here's 11R's power with the 6957, 8111, and the 7665. They were pushing the 30T hard to get to Binghamton within decent time. I feel bad for this crew though, as they were reporting on the radio it was a bit of a bumpy ride, so it must have felt like a rallycross to them. But no matter what, the train continued south. It was very smart to hook these two trains up, as both trains are bound from Binghamton, New York. And right behind the Wisconsin Central Boxcars coming up were our helper engines. Technically it's not, but I'm gonna say it anyways. DPU alright! Our next train would be nothing out of the ordinary. It was 265 once again. This time with the SD60 6953 leading 4278 and 1086, which we saw earlier in the video at Freyacht Ave. And like the last time, the 265 was headed for Binghamton, New York, with a final destination of Chicago. I'm not sure why they switch SD60s around on these trains, as last time we saw the 1086 and the 4278, they were hooked up to 6959, and 6959 was on a completely different lash-up at the time, not receiving any maintenance, or wasn't even in the yard in general. It was hooked up with two other locomotives, as we will see later in the video. So I'm not sure why they played the SD60 switcheroo, but it's fun either way. It's still a train, and we're gonna get it. So here comes 265 coming south. In 265's concepts today is a JB Hunt Veterans container in the single stack section. This container represents over 6,000 veterans that have served this country through wars or just military service in general. And today's 265 will have the smelly blue trash container at the end. Next day, Friday, started with something orange. And it ended with something orange. BNSF DASH9-44CW number 4696 was drawing third of fourth on NS30T. Take a look at the windows and the windshield of the 4696. These are rock guards. Down in areas where there are cities or in some rural countries, rocks are thrown at the windows of locomotives. So in turn, rock guards, which are metal plates and metal fences over the windows, protect any debris from hitting the windows and going through the cab, which in turn protects the crew and the windows from being smashed up. I have no idea why this unit still had rock guards on, as it's the only unit to date to come through on the D&H with rock guards. T is out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, off the Canadian National and Canadian Pacific. The Norfolk Southern journey begins in Saratoga Springs and ends in Binghamton, New York. The next morning, winter storms and trains were coming through Bainbridge. The train is NS 11R with the NS 6959 leading NS AC 44 C6M 4112 and SD 70 ACE 1168. I will say there is some interesting graffiti in this train today. Is anyone going to go see the new movie? Well, this may not be the movie, but there is plenty of action to see on this train. Like how the snow swirls up alongside the train as it makes its way through the storm. Johnson Street here is the only crossing with the Siemens electronic gates, meaning they have electronic bells, and that's what makes that ding 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 sound. The spur track, now cut up, used to serve the building across the street. While that line's not active, the main line is, as the next day 6959 came back on 264, leading two -9-44CWs number 9568 and the 9715. Both -9-44CWs are painted in Norfolk Southern's old thoroughbred paint scheme.
264 got clear signal 581, north out.
.264 is bound for AR, Massachusetts, with auto racks and double stack containers to drop off in Mechanicsville. With my week-long break coming to an end and school returning the following day, it was time to call it a week and a day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around the bend. God bless. Have a great day.